chosen one, what I'm about to reveal will ignite something in your spirit that's been dormant, will awaken something in your soul that's been sleeping, will activate something in your consciousness that's been waiting for this exact moment. Because right now, in this very instant, you're standing at the edge of the greatest confirmation season of your entire life. Everything God spoke over you, every promise whispered in your darkest moments, every prophecy declared over your life, every word breathed into your spirit during times when you couldn't see any evidence of its manifestation, all of it is about to be confirmed in ways so undeniable, so visible, so tangible, that even your doubters will have to acknowledge it. Even your critics will have to recognize it. Even your enemies will have to witness it. You've been carrying words for years. Promises that seemed impossible. Prophecies that looked delusional. Declarations that appeared unrealistic. Words spoken over you by God, by prophets, by spiritual voices you trusted, by your own inner knowing that wouldn't be silenced no matter how much your circumstances contradicted it. Words about your purpose, your calling, your destiny, your assignment. Words about what you would become, where you would go, what you would accomplish, who you would impact. And you've held on to these words through seasons that tested your faith, through circumstances that challenged your belief, through situations that mocked your hope. You've protected these words when people laughed at them, when circumstances contradicted them, when time seemed to deny them. You've guarded these words in your heart when everything visible screamed they were lies, when every tangible thing suggested they were delusions, when all evidence indicated they were fantasies. You've questioned these words in your weak moments. You've doubted them in your dark seasons. You've wondered if you misheard, if you misunderstood, if you misinterpreted what God was saying. You've asked yourself if the words were real or if they were just your imagination. Genuine divine communication or just wishful thinking, actual prophecy or merely hopeful projection. The waiting tested you. The delay challenged you. The contradiction tormented you. But tonight you're going to understand something that will end your questioning, silence your doubting, eliminate your wondering. What's coming next? What's approaching your life right now? What's manifesting in your reality as you hear these words? It will confirm every single word God spoke over you. Not partially confirm, not somewhat validate, not kind of prove, but completely, totally, absolutely, undeniably confirm every word, every promise, every prophecy, every declaration. The confirmation isn't coming as whisper this time. It's coming as shout. It's not arriving as subtle hint. It's arriving as obvious proof. It's not manifesting as questionable evidence. It's manifesting as undeniable reality. What's coming will be so clear, so visible, so tangible that you won't need faith to see it, won't require hope to recognize it, won't need belief to acknowledge it. What's coming will speak for itself, prove itself, validate itself. Let me tell you what's coming that will confirm the words. First, what's coming will confirm the word about your elevation. God spoke elevation over you. Told you that you would rise from where you were, ascend from your current position, be lifted from your present circumstance. God declared that promotion was coming, advancement was approaching, ascension was guaranteed. And you've been waiting for this elevation, believing for this promotion, hoping for this advancement. You've been in the valley so long you wondered if God forgot the word about mountains. You've been on bottom so long you questioned if the word about top was real. You've been in limitation so long you doubted if the word about expansion was true. Every year that passed without visible elevation made you question. Every season that ended without tangible promotion made you doubt. Every cycle that completed without obvious advancement made you wonder. But elevation is coming now. Right now. Not someday, not eventually, not in some distant future, now. What's approaching your life is elevation so dramatic, so obvious, so undeniable that it will confirm the word beyond any question. Promotion so significant that everyone will see it. Advancement so substantial that no one can deny it. Ascension so visible that even you won't be able to doubt it anymore. This elevation will manifest in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Financial elevation. You're about to experience increase in resources, multiplication in provision, expansion in finances. Money that's been blocked will flow. Resources that were restricted will release. Provision that was delayed will arrive, and it won't be small increase. It won't be modest multiplication. It won't be minor expansion. It will be significant enough that you'll know this is confirmation of the word, obvious enough that you'll recognize this is God proving what He promised, substantial enough that you'll acknowledge this is divine validation of every declaration about prosperity, abundance, provision. Career elevation. Opportunities that were closed will open. Doors that were locked will swing wide. Positions that seemed unreachable will become accessible. You're about to be promoted beyond your qualifications, positioned beyond your credentials, placed beyond your resume. And people will ask how you got there. Wonder how you qualified, question how you reached that level. And you'll know it's not your skill alone, not your ability only, not your competence merely. It's confirmation of the word God spoke about advancing you, promoting you, elevating you to positions that only divine favor could arrange. Relational elevation. The quality of people entering your life is about to shift dramatically. You're moving from toxic connections to healthy relationships, from draining associations to mutually beneficial bonds, from surface interactions to depth connections. People of influence will notice you. People of power will connect with you. People of significance will align with you, not because you pursued them, but because elevation attracts elevation, promotion draws promotion, advancement magnetizes advancement. Your relational circle is about to confirm the word about divine connections, destined relationships, appointed associations. Social elevation. Your visibility is about to increase. Your platform is about to expand. Your influence is about to multiply. What was hidden will become seen. What was private will become public. What was quiet will become amplified. Not through your manipulation, but through divine orchestration. Not by your effort, but by supernatural arrangement. Not from your promotion, but by cosmic positioning. Your growing influence will confirm the word about your voice being heard, your message being spread, your impact being felt beyond your immediate sphere. Spiritual elevation. Your consciousness is expanding, your awareness is deepening, your perception is sharpening. You're accessing revelation you couldn't access before, receiving downloads you couldn't receive before, perceiving truth you couldn't perceive before. This spiritual elevation is preparing you for what's coming in natural realm, positioning you for manifestations approaching physical reality, readying you for confirmations about to appear in visible dimension. Your spiritual elevation confirms the word about your prophetic gift, your spiritual authority, your divine insight. Second, what's coming will confirm the word about your vindication. God spoke vindication over you, told you that your name would be cleared, your reputation would be restored, your character would be validated. God declared that lies spoken against you would be exposed. Manipulation done to you would be revealed. Schemes plotted against you would be uncovered. And you've been waiting for this vindication, believing for this clearing, hoping for this restoration. You've been misunderstood so long you wondered if anyone would ever see the truth. You've been misrepresented so long you questioned if your name would ever be cleared. You've been maligned so long you doubted if your reputation would ever be restored. People believed lies about you, accepted false narratives about you, embraced distorted versions of you, and you couldn't convince them otherwise, couldn't make them see truth, couldn't force them to acknowledge reality. But vindication is coming. Undeniable vindication, public vindication, visible vindication. What's approaching will confirm the word about your innocence, validate the truth about your character, Prove the reality of who you actually are versus who they said you were. Truth is surfacing. Evidence is emerging. Reality is being revealed. And it's coming from sources you didn't expect, through channels you didn't orchestrate, via mechanisms you didn't arrange. People who believed lies about you will discover truth. Some will apologize. Some will feel regret. Some will seek reconciliation. Others will simply be silenced by undeniable evidence of your innocence, irrefutable proof of your character, obvious demonstration of your integrity. You won't have to defend yourself. Truth will defend you. You won't have to clear your name. Reality will clear it. You won't have to restore your reputation. Facts will restore it. This vindication will confirm the word in ways that bring you peace, not bitterness. Closure, not revenge. Freedom, not resentment. You'll see clearly that the delay in vindication was purposeful, the wait was strategic, the timing was perfect. Because vindication coming now positions you for what's next, clears space for who's coming, prepares ground for what's manifesting. Vindication too early would have been wasted. Vindication now is perfectly timed for maximum impact, optimal positioning, ideal preparation. Third, what's coming will confirm the word about your purpose. God spoke purpose over you, told you that you were created for specific assignment, designed for particular mission, appointed for designated work. God declared that your life has meaning beyond what you can see, significance beyond what you can measure, impact beyond what you can calculate. And you've been searching for this purpose, seeking this assignment, pursuing this mission. You felt lost at times, directionless, uncertain about what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be going, who you're supposed to be becoming. You've tried different things hoping to find your fit, attempted various paths hoping to discover your lane, explored multiple options hoping to locate your place. Some seasons felt wasted, some years seemed meaningless, some periods appeared purposeless. But purpose is being revealed now, confirmed now, activated now. What's coming will make your purpose so clear you won't be able to miss it, so obvious you won't be able to deny it, so certain you won't be able to question it. The confusion is ending. The searching is concluding. The uncertainty is finishing. What's approaching will drop you into your purpose with precision, position you in your assignment with accuracy, place you in your mission with certainty. Opportunities perfectly aligned with your purpose will appear. Doors specifically designed for your assignment will open. Connections directly related to your mission will form. And you'll experience this knowing, this recognition, this certainty that this is it. This is what you were created for. This is why you went through everything you went through. This is what all the preparation was preparing you for. Your gifts will find their application. Your talents will find their expression. Your abilities will find their deployment. What you're naturally good at will align with what you're divinely called to. What brings you joy will connect with what brings transformation to others. What energizes you will link with what's needed in the world. This alignment will confirm the word about your purpose being unique, your assignment being specific, your mission being necessary. People will respond to your purpose work differently than they responded to anything else you've done. There will be resonance, connection, impact that wasn't present before. Not because you're trying harder, but because you're operating in alignment, functioning in purpose, working in assignment. This response will confirm that you found your lane, discovered your place, located your fit. The confirmation will be internal and external, personal and public, subjective and objective. Fourth, what's coming will confirm the word about your provision. God spoke provision over you, told you that all your needs would be met. That abundance was your inheritance. That lack was not your portion. God declared that resources would come from expected and unexpected sources, that provision would arrive through natural and supernatural means, that supply would manifest from visible and invisible channels. You've experienced lack, known scarcity, felt limitation. There were times when provision seemed absent, when resources appeared insufficient, when supply looked inadequate, bills you couldn't pay, needs you couldn't meet, desires you couldn't fulfill. And you wondered if the word about abundance was real, if the promise about provision was true, if the declaration about prosperity was genuine. But provision is coming now in ways that will astound you, amaze you, overwhelm you with gratitude. Resources from sources you didn't predict, money from channels you didn't expect, provision through means you didn't anticipate. What's coming will not just meet your needs but exceed them, not just cover your bills but surpass them, not just supply your essentials but provide your desires. This provision will come through multiple streams simultaneously. Employment opportunities with compensation beyond what you asked. Business ventures with profit beyond what you projected. Investment returns with yields beyond what you calculated. Gifts from people you didn't expect. Blessings from places you didn't look. Supply from sources you didn't consider. The multiplication will be undeniable. The increase will be obvious. The abundance will be tangible. This provision will confirm the word about your prosperity being guaranteed, your abundance being assured, your supply being certain. You'll never again doubt that God provides, never again question that resources are available, never again wonder if provision is coming. What's approaching will establish this truth so firmly in your consciousness that lack thinking will be impossible. Scarcity mindset will be eliminated. Limitation consciousness will be destroyed. The provision coming isn't just for you, it's through you. You're about to become conduit of blessing, channel of provision, source of supply for others. The word about you being lender, not borrower, giver, not taker, supplier, not recipient will be confirmed as resources flow through you to others who need them, as provision passes through your hands to people who require them, as blessing transfers through your life to individuals who depend on them. Fifth, what's coming will confirm the word about your protection. God spoke protection over you, told you that you're covered, guarded, shielded by forces beyond human capacity. God declared that weapons formed against you wouldn't prosper, that schemes plotted against you wouldn't succeed, that attacks launched against you wouldn't prevail. You've been under attack, faced opposition, endured warfare. There were weapons formed, schemes plotted, attacks launched. Some you saw coming. Some blindsided you. Some you're still discovering happened behind scenes. People worked against you. Circumstances aligned against you. Forces opposed you. And you survived. You're still here. Still standing. Still functional. Still moving forward. But what's coming will confirm the word about your protection in ways that make past survival look like introduction to future invincibility. You're about to walk into a level of protection so obvious, so tangible, so undeniable that attempts against you will backfire visibly. Schemes against you will reverse publicly. Attacks against you will fail obviously. Enemies will recognize your protection and cease their opposition. Critics will perceive your covering and stop their attacks. Opponents will sense your shielding and end their warfare. Not because you fought them, but because divine protection around you became so evident that continuing opposition became futile. Maintaining attacks became pointless. Persisting in schemes became useless. This protection will manifest as favor that positions you beyond reach of your enemies, as wisdom that guides you around traps set for you, as timing that moves you ahead of attacks planned against you. You'll narrowly avoid dangers you didn't see. You'll escape schemes you didn't know about. You'll survive attacks you weren't aware of, and you'll recognize divine protection operating, supernatural defense functioning, cosmic shielding working. The confirmation of protection will bring you peace deeper than you've known, confidence stronger than you've had, boldness greater than you've possessed. You'll move differently knowing you're protected, speak differently knowing you're covered, Act differently knowing you're shielded. The fear that restricted you will be eliminated. The anxiety that limited you will be removed. The worry that confined you will be destroyed. Sixth, what's coming will confirm the word about your relationships. God spoke about relationships, told you about divine connections coming, destined relationships approaching, appointed associations manifesting. God declared that right people would find you, that aligned connections would form, that purpose partnerships would develop. You've been lonely, felt isolated, experienced disconnection. Relationships that should have lasted didn't. Connections you thought were solid weren't. Associations you believed were permanent weren't. People left. Friendships ended. Bonds broke. And you wondered if you were meant to walk this path alone, if isolation was your destiny, if solitude was your portion. But relationships are coming now. Right relationships, healthy relationships, mutually beneficial relationships. What's approaching will confirm the word about divine connections, about people specifically assigned to your life, about relationships strategically arranged for your purpose. These aren't random meetings. These aren't coincidental encounters. These aren't accidental connections. You're about to meet people who feel familiar though you've never met them, who understand you though you've just connected with them, who align with you though you've only recently encountered them. These are soul connections, spirit recognitions, destiny alignments. People who were always meant to be in your life, who were scheduled to arrive at this time, who were appointed to connect at this season. Some will be mentors who have walked the path you're walking, who can guide you through territories you're entering, who can teach you lessons you need learning. Some will be peers who are walking parallel paths, who can journey alongside you through similar territories, who can companion you through comparable seasons. Some will be those you mentor, who need the wisdom you've gained, who require the insight you've developed, who depend on the understanding you've acquired. These relationships will confirm the word about you not being alone, about support being available, about partnership being provided. The isolation ends, the loneliness concludes, the disconnection finishes. What's coming includes people who will celebrate your wins, support your struggles, encourage your journey, believe in your purpose, align with your mission, resonate with your calling. Seventh, what's coming will confirm the word about your healing. God spoke healing over you, told you that wounds would close, that scars would fade, that pain would end. God declared that what broke you wouldn't define you, that what hurt you wouldn't limit you, that what damaged you wouldn't determine you. You've carried wounds for years, harbored pain for seasons, hosted trauma for periods, some wounds from childhood, some pain from relationships, some trauma from betrayals. You've tried to heal, attempted to process, worked to recover. Some days you felt progress, other days you felt stuck. Some seasons you experienced breakthrough, other seasons you faced regression. But healing is coming now that will surpass all previous progress, exceed all former breakthrough, transcend all earlier recovery. What's approaching will bring healing so complete, so total, so absolute that wounds will close permanently. Pain will end definitively. Trauma will resolve finally. Not surface healing that breaks open again under pressure. Not temporary relief that returns with triggers. Not partial recovery that leaves residual damage. Deep healing, core healing. Root healing, healing that addresses causes, not just symptoms, that resolves origins, not just expressions, that transforms foundations, not just surfaces. You'll look back at wounds and feel nothing but gratitude for lessons learned. You'll remember pain and recognize nothing but growth gained. You'll reflect on trauma and perceive nothing but strength developed. This healing will confirm the word about your wholeness being restored, your completeness being returned, your integration being reestablished. You'll no longer operate from woundedness but from wholeness, No longer function from brokenness but from completeness, no longer relate from trauma but from healing. The change will be obvious to you and evident to others, internal in experience and external in expression, personal in feeling and public in demonstration. The healing coming will free you to love without fear, to trust without anxiety, to connect without reservation, to give without holding back, to receive without suspicion. Walls you built for protection will come down because healing makes them unnecessary. Guards you established for safety will relax because wholeness makes them obsolete. Defenses you constructed for security will dissolve because completion makes them pointless. Eighth, what's coming will confirm the word about your voice. God spoke about your voice. Told you that you would speak and people would listen, that you would share and people would respond, that you would teach and people would learn. God declared that your voice carries authority, that your words hold power, that your message contains transformation. You felt voiceless at times, silenced by circumstances, muted by opposition. Ignored when you spoke, dismissed when you shared, overlooked when you taught. You wondered if anyone would ever listen, if your words would ever matter, if your message would ever impact. Self-doubt whispered that you had nothing valuable to say, that your perspective was irrelevant, that your insights were insignificant. But your voice is about to be amplified in ways you never imagined, heard by audiences you never expected, received by people you never anticipated reaching. What's coming will confirm the word about your voice, about the authority it carries, about the power it holds, about the transformation it contains. Platforms will open for your voice. Opportunities will arise for your message. Channels will form for your teaching. People who need exactly what you carry will find you. Individuals who require precisely what you offer will connect with you. Audiences who hunger for specifically what you provide will gather to you. Not because you marketed perfectly, but because divine orchestration arranged it. Not because you promoted effectively, but because supernatural coordination aligned it. Not because you networked strategically, but because cosmic timing manifested it. Your voice will reach beyond your natural capacity. Your message will spread beyond your deliberate effort. Your teaching will impact beyond your intentional reach. Technology will amplify it. Relationships will spread it. Circumstances will multiply it. What you speak in small rooms will echo in large spaces. What you share with few will reach many. What you teach to dozens will impact thousands. This amplification will confirm the word about your influence, about your reach, about your impact. You'll know definitively that your voice matters, that your words carry weight, that your message transforms lives. The confirmation will be feedback from people whose lives changed through your voice. Testimony from individuals who transformed through your words. Evidence from persons who healed through your message. Ninth, what's coming will confirm the word about your timing. God spoke about timing. Told you that there's a season for everything, that delays were purposeful, that waiting was preparation. God declared that when the time is right, things would shift rapidly, that when the season arrives, changes would happen quickly, that when the moment comes, manifestations would occur suddenly. You've been frustrated with timing, impatient with delays, exhausted by waiting. Things you expected years ago haven't manifested. Promises you believed for seasons haven't materialized. Prophecies you hoped would fulfill quickly haven't actualized. You've watched others receive quickly what you've waited for patiently. You've observed people get immediately what you've believed for persistently. You've witnessed individuals manifest easily what you've pursued diligently. But what's coming will confirm the word about divine timing, about perfect scheduling, about strategic chronology. You're about to experience rapid shifts, quick changes, sudden manifestations. What took years to develop will be released in months. What took months to prepare will be deployed in weeks. What took weeks to arrange will be activated in days. The speed will shock you, the rapidity will surprise you, the quickness will amaze you. Multiple things will happen simultaneously. Several promises will manifest concurrently. Various prophecies will fulfill at once. You'll wonder how so much can happen so fast, how so many things can align so quickly, how so much can shift so rapidly, and you'll understand that this is confirmation of divine timing, proof of perfect scheduling, validation of strategic chronology. The timing of manifestation will be so precise that you'll recognize divine orchestration, so perfect that you'll perceive supernatural coordination, so strategic that you'll identify cosmic arrangement. Things will align in ways too coordinated to be coincidence, too synchronized to be chance, too harmonized to be accident. The timing itself will be evidence of divine involvement, proof of supernatural engagement, confirmation of cosmic participation. You'll see clearly why things couldn't happen earlier, why delays were necessary, why waiting was required. What's manifesting now couldn't have manifested before because you weren't ready, because others weren't prepared, because circumstances weren't aligned. The timing confirms the word about God's schedule being perfect, about divine chronology being flawless, about cosmic timing being impeccable. 10th, what's coming will confirm the word about your legacy. God spoke about legacy, told you that your life would impact generations, that your work would outlast you, that your influence would transcend your lifetime. God declared that what you build would endure, that what you establish would continue, that what you create would persist. You've wondered about legacy, questioned your impact, doubted your lasting influence. You've looked at your current circumstances and wondered how they could possibly lead to generational impact. You've examined your present resources and questioned how they could produce lasting legacy. You've assessed your existing influence and doubted how it could create transcendent effect. But what's coming will lay foundation for legacy that extends beyond your lifetime, establishes influence that transcends your years, creates impact that outlasts your existence. What you're about to build will endure. What you're about to establish will continue. What you're about to create will persist. Not through your effort to manufacture legacy, but through your faithfulness to purpose. Not through your work to establish monument, but through your obedience to assignment. Not through your attempt to create lasting influence, but through your commitment to present calling. The work you do in coming season will produce fruit that continues producing, will generate impact that continues impacting, will create transformation that continues transforming. People you touch will touch others. Individuals you teach will teach others. Persons you heal will heal others. Your influence will multiply through those you influence, will expand through those you impact, will extend through those you transform. This legacy will confirm the word about your life mattering, about your existence having significance, about your presence making difference. You'll know that you didn't live in vain, that your struggles had meaning, that your suffering had purpose. Everything you endured was preparing you for legacy work. Everything you survived was positioning you for lasting impact. Everything you overcame was qualifying you for generational influence. Now let's talk about what you do as confirmation approaches, because preparation positions you for optimal reception. Readiness enables maximum benefit. Anticipation creates proper posture. First, prepare your faith. Not faith that God can confirm, but faith that God is confirming. Not faith that promises might manifest, but faith that promises are manifesting. Not faith that words could fulfill, but faith that words are fulfilling. Shift from hoping to knowing, from wishing to believing, from wanting to expecting. What's coming requires faith that receives, not faith that begs. Confidence that claims, not doubt that questions. Assurance that possesses, not uncertainty that wonders. Prepare your faith by rehearsing the words God spoke, by remembering the promises given, by reviewing the prophecies declared. Let these words build your confidence, strengthen your assurance, deepen your certainty. Second, prepare your capacity. What's coming is bigger than what you currently have capacity for, greater than what you presently have room for, larger than what you now have space for. Expansion is required, enlargement is necessary, increase is essential. Prepare capacity by releasing what's taking up space that confirmation needs, by letting go what's occupying room that manifestation requires, by surrendering what's consuming capacity that fulfillment demands. Old relationships taking up space for new connections must go. Former mindsets occupying room for new consciousness must shift. Previous patterns consuming capacity for new ways must change. Make room for what's coming by releasing what's stayed too long, by clearing space occupied by what's no longer serving, by creating capacity currently consumed by what's no longer beneficial. Third, prepare your gratitude. What's coming deserves gratitude before it arrives, thanksgiving before it manifests, appreciation before it appears. Gratitude positions you for reception. Thanksgiving prepares you for manifestation. Appreciation readies you for arrival. Begin thanking God now for confirmation coming, expressing gratitude now for promises manifesting, demonstrating appreciation now for words fulfilling. Gratitude shifts your focus from what hasn't happened to what's happening, from what didn't manifest to what's manifesting, from what wasn't fulfilled to what's fulfilling. Gratitude creates positive expectation, generates receptive posture, establishes welcoming attitude. Prepare gratitude by thanking God daily for confirmation approaching, by expressing appreciation regularly for manifestation nearing, by demonstrating thanksgiving consistently for fulfillment coming. Fourth, prepare your testimony. What's coming will give you testimony so powerful that sharing it will transform others, so compelling that declaring it will inspire many, so amazing that proclaiming it will encourage multitudes. Prepare to steward testimony well, to share story wisely, to declare experience powerfully, not for self-glory but for God's glory, not for personal elevation but for divine magnification, not for individual recognition but for supernatural acknowledgement. Your testimony of confirmation will give hope to others waiting, will provide encouragement to others believing, will offer strength to others holding on. Prepare by determining now that you'll share generously, declare boldly, proclaim faithfully. Your testimony of promises fulfilled will confirm their promises. Your story of words manifested will strengthen their faith. Your witness of prophecies actualized will reinforce their hope. Finally, prepare your obedience. Confirmation brings responsibility. Manifestation creates obligation. Fulfillment generates accountability. What's coming will require obedience at new levels, faithfulness in new dimensions, commitment to new standards. Prepare by surrendering now to whatever God requires, by committing now to whatever obedience demands, by consecrating now to whatever faithfulness necessitates. The confirmation coming isn't just blessing for enjoyment, it's equipment for assignment, resource for mission, tool for purpose. What's manifesting will enable you to do what you couldn't do before, to reach who you couldn't reach before, to impact what you couldn't impact before. Prepare obedience by declaring now your yes to whatever comes with confirmation, your commitment to whatever accompanies manifestation, your surrender to whatever follows fulfillment. So walk forward, chosen one, knowing this profound truth. What's coming next will confirm every word God spoke over you. Every promise will prove true. Every prophecy will manifest. Every declaration will actualize. Not because you were perfect, but because God is faithful. Not because you didn't doubt, but because God doesn't lie. Not because you believed flawlessly, but because God honors His word regardless of your faith fluctuations. What's coming will end your questioning. Silence your doubting, eliminate your wondering. Confirmation so clear you can't miss it. Validation so obvious you can't deny it. proof so tangible you can't dismiss it. Elevation that everyone sees, vindication that everyone witnesses, purpose that everyone recognizes, provision that everyone notices, protection that everyone perceives, relationships that everyone observes, healing that everyone detects, voice that everyone hears, timing that everyone acknowledges, legacy that everyone remembers. The season of wondering is ending. The period of questioning is concluding. The time of doubting is finishing. What's coming next will settle every question, answer every doubt, resolve every wonder. You'll know definitively that God spoke, that promises were real, that prophecies were genuine. You'll see clearly that waiting was purposeful, that delay was strategic, that timing was perfect. And in seeing, in knowing, in recognizing, you'll worship differently. You'll pray differently, you'll believe differently. Because once you've seen God confirm every word, once you've witnessed promises manifest, once you've experienced prophecies fulfill, you'll never doubt the same way again, never question with same intensity again, never wonder with same anxiety again. What's coming next will confirm every word God spoke over you. This is your moment. This is your season. This is your time. Confirmation is here. Manifestation is now. Fulfillment is present. Walk into it with faith, with gratitude, with expectation, with readiness, with obedience. What God promised is manifesting. What God declared is actualizing. What God spoke is confirming right now in your life for your witness to His glory. This is your testimony. What came next confirmed every word God spoke. Every single word